How many people know about the concept of imperfect action? Okay. How many people would you say like apply imperfect action? How many people from the panel today saw that imperfect action is pretty crucial to success in anything in life? Not knowing all the pieces of just moving and committing anyways. How many people would believe that this event was put on by imperfect action? Okay.
Yeah, mics
Okay, cool. So
half the mics don't work.
no, the mics all work. Kevin, look at Kevin. Kevin, make sure they work, right, Kev?
Yeah.
And so, no pressure. So yeah. So the other thing is, I do this thing called imperfect action. So, and I actually love if anybody has the guts to come up and do an exercise with me. But before you raise your hand,
I was gonna jump over the table this time.
I was going to say is over the phone. What I do a lot of times is, and my team sees it all the time, is I call people and I'm so fucking scared. Even at this level, I get hell of anxiety. I'm just like you guys, and they get it too. Everybody gets it. But I'll call. I literally, when I called yesterday, Creative Hot Cheetos said like he couldn't make it for whatever reason. So I was like, fuck, who do I call? I was like, what about Ed Milet? Just call Ed Milet. Fuck it. I don't know. Maybe he'll come. I don't know. And so like, you know, you call and it's like ring, ring. My heart's like, I have no idea what I'm gonna say. You know, I don't. But he says, hello. Hey, what's going on, Ed? Yeah, I have an event tomorrow, right? A lot of times what happens is even if you're scared, how many people have been scared to do something and so you intentionally procrastinate, but you justify why you're procrastinating when it's really just you're scared, right? So what I do is I do that, just call anyways. So I'll do a little, I have a trampoline in the office, we have 2 trampolines in the office. What I do is I just elevate my state, I'll do weird shit, I'll hold my breath, just whatever it is, just to shift my focus away from the anxiety, and I do the thing I'm scared to do anyways. Whether it's recording a video, whether it's making a phone call. And so I did this one time when I initially did it, I think you were with me, my buddy was with me here when I called Grant Cardone, and I didn't end up getting the interview in this particular example, but it shows how you can move steps forward. Is I was like, fuck, I want to interview Grant Cardone, how am I gonna do it? He lives in Florida. So I literally was like, fuck it, let's see. I just went on my phone, I Googled Grant Cardone, just literally Google, okay, Grant Cardone headquarters, call, it's ringing. I have no idea what I'm gonna say, zero. It's ringing, but because I put my back against the wall, I have to, when they say hello, I have to respond, right? I'm not sitting here calculating, what am I gonna say? Hello, hi, this is Grant Cardone's office. Oh, hi, I was wondering, could I talk to the best person to talk to about scheduling a podcast interview with Grant? And they'll be like, oh yeah, that's Katie, hold on one moment, she's in the office. Now pretty soon, 30 seconds after the thought of interviewing Grant Cardone, now I'm on the phone with his assistant. You were with me at that particular exact example. That actually happened. 30 seconds from when I thought about interviewing Grant Cardone until I was on the phone with his assistant. Am I exaggerating on time?
No.
I'm not exaggerating. I do that all the time. It doesn't always work, but it definitely, right? We move the steps, we maximize the odds. It has worked many a time. So this happens all the time where I call, and I want to encourage you guys to build that muscle. Even if you're scared or nervous or whatever, say it's a restaurant, right? You want to interview somebody, call the restaurant, call the owner, just cold call whatever half-assed best idea you can think of on how to get in touch with them. Just do it quick and call, ring, ring, hello. Hi, yeah, I was wondering who would be the best person to talk to, right? And if you're too scared to talk to the person, talk to the assistant. I guarantee you, everybody you want to talk to has an assistant, somebody around them, somebody that can make the intro. You do that and you say, hey, I was wondering what's the best way to set it up. They'll be like, oh yeah, just send me an email here, and here. Now you've got rapport a minute after you thought about interviewing them. You don't have to wait all those hours and anxiety. You guys with me?
Yeah.
Danny, how long does it take me when I come up with an idea to like implement the idea, on average?
To do it?
Yeah, to like, where I'm like, oh, should we do this? And I actually make the call to actually do it. Right then and there.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm literally driving and I'll like pull over. I'll be like, oh shit, that'd be cool to interview Jim Carrey. Who's his manager? Oh, Google. Okay, Jim Carrey. Oh, IMG agency. Okay. Who is the agent at IMG agent? Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's just call IMG agency. It's ringing. Hi, I was wondering who would be the best person to talk to for to book a podcast interview with Mr. Carrey. Mr. Carrey. I never said that in my life. Like Mr. Carrey, and they're like, oh, that would be Tom, whatever. I'm like, okay, perfect. Is Tom in? And they're like, oh, actually, yeah, he's in. Now I'm on the phone with Tom's publicist. I'm sorry, Jim Carrey's publicist. Right? A lot of times we assume there's this complex web of shit we have to do and get, no, just quick, just bullet. The shorter the time, jot this down in your notes. Speed kills fear. Speed kills fear. Jot this down in your notes. Time feeds fear. Time feeds fear. Speed kills fear, time feeds fear. You guys want to kill fear or feed it?
Kill.
Okay. Okay. And the premise is the same, whether you do it digitally, in person, or over the phone. You want to really focus on asking that specific question. So whether it's over the phone, whether it's over DM, whether it's in person, the context of the communication is the same. Who's the best person to talk to set this up? Reach out to the assistant. With the assistant, that's when you send, hey, my mission is this. That's when you can have the opportunity. But on the first touch, remember this, all we're trying to do is move to the next step. Jot this down in your notes. It should take you no more than 1 to 3 communications to get an interview. Anything other than that, the more than that you get into, the more it's a complex sale. Okay? 1 to 3 touches to get the interview. Ideally, number 1 gets you in touch with the assistant. Number 2 is touching base and coordinating with the assistant. Number 3 is coordinating with the person or the assistant. Okay? So reach out, schedule, confirm. That should be your steps. Reach out, schedule, confirm. Reach out, schedule, confirm. And this applies whether you want to do in-person interviews or you want to do virtual interviews. The other thing, and this is the last part of this really quick, is there any questions here? You guys getting massive value from this?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. So the other thing about in-person is the hot Cheetos thing, right, with the ex-girlfriend. I had a vendetta with her, let me tell you. And funny to think, every time I go into the gas station now, I got a little smirk to myself. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But for him, man, he said no relentlessly. I think Luis, me and you started working together around that time. Mm-hmm. I have never been more persistent with anybody in my life than with the creator of Hot Cheetos. It was like, you don't understand, ladies and gentlemen. Have you guys ever had to do like something that you just, no matter what happened, it just had to happen? You know what I mean? That was one of those moments for me. And I remember at the time, I was like, shit, how am I gonna get this guy? Like, this guy definitely does not need exposure, right? I mean, it's literally, for context, for those that don't know, Hot Cheetos, how many people in this room like Hot Cheetos? Okay, so, all these red fingers, huh? For those that don't know, Hot Cheetos is the best-selling snack product on planet Earth. No snack on Earth makes more money than Hot Cheetos, period. No finger food makes more money than Hot Cheetos, particularly in the US. Did you know that the average store, whether it's a grocery store, chain, whatever, the top 3 selling items is Hot Cheetos? One of those top 3 items is Hot Cheetos. Ever notice how there's all these different flavors of Lay's and Ruffles? You got Hot Cheetos, you got the lemon pepper, the jalapeno thing, the double X flamin' hot, right? It's a whole new category entirely by itself, all because this guy who's a janitor had the balls to take action. So my communication with him, this goes to the persuasiveness, right? Remember you asked Jessica about the elegant persistence? So this goes to it. So I went down, I found out he was speaking at a church in Riverside, and I was finishing an interview, and I found out he was speaking there, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just go. All right, let's go on a trip, let's go on a journey. And it took me 4 times of going to his speaking events and asking him, like, hey, can I interview? And he would say no. DM'd him, can I interview? No. I would respond to him, no. I messaged his wife on Facebook, I messaged his kids, his grandkids. It was borderline stalkerish, okay? I was relentless. I had an ex-girlfriend to prove wrong, my friends. And I literally was like relentless. And so it was like, no. And then finally, one day, he had another speaking event, and I'll never forget it. And now we've become actually really good friends, which is crazy. Sometimes he just calls me to talk. I'm like, what the hell? It's just surreal. But anyways, at the time, I was like, man, how am I gonna do this? Like, and I was be persistent, but I never wanted to be like over. You know what I mean? Like, okay, no, like if he says no once, like, okay, cool, no problem, good to see you, I really enjoyed the talk, right? I wouldn't please or whatever. So finally, one time I go down, and he sees me, he's like, oh no, not you again, right? But jokingly, it was kind of funny, kind of humorous. And I said, look, remember when you pitched the CEO of Frito-Lay on Hot Cheetos and they told you were crazy? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, that was your dream, right? And he was like, yeah. I was like, well, this is my dream. I was like, my interview with you is equivalent to your pitch of Hot Cheetos. And I mean that sincerely. So consider me the young man you once were. You hear me on that? The young man you once were. How is that not going to persuade him? Somebody gave him a chance, changed his financial future, changed the planet. And I brought up that narrative. Now it wasn't about me. Now this was a personal thing, right? I'm the young man you once were. Okay, so jot this down in your notes. Appeal to emotion when all else fails. Kids do it all the time. In fact, significant others do it all the time too. Okay? When all else fails, appeal to emotion. And this works the best. This works the best in person. And again, you guys live in LA or by LA, so you guys are in the most privileged position on the planet to dominate social media, the digital space. It's a piece of cake for you. Imagine living in Wisconsin, trying to do affiliate marketing, get podcast interviews.
Wisconsin.
Welcome to LA, brother.
Thank you.
So, food for thought. Yeah, so anyways, got an interview with him. For context, and I'm very proud of this, even though probably none of you guys give a shit, is he said he turned down Oprah, but he didn't turn me down. Because I was the young man he once was. This wasn't about an interview, this wasn't about anything. This was about a kid with a dream. And remember this, everybody you want to interview had a dream, okay? And if you can communicate to them from the frame of a narrative that you have a dream too and they're part of your dream, that's a very different conversation than can I get an interview with you or can I do business with you? Imagine telling a prospect, not I want to do business with you, sir, you don't understand, it's my dream to sell this house. This is a personal mission, right? No, it'd be my honor to sell you this property. It'd be my honor to do this, right? If it's a personal thing, believe me, it might not guarantee it, but it will maximize the odds.
If you guys enjoyed that video, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now, because every week we bring you the very best in personal development content, interviews, and insight to help inspire you to take your life and your dreams and make them a reality. And also, if you want to know how to book dream guests the same way I have, you can check the link below for my top 3 secrets. So if you have a podcast or a show or whatever it is and you want to collaborate with them, if you click that link below, I'll give you those top 3 secrets to help you get in touch with anybody. And also, don't forget that The Passionate Few is available on media platforms as well. So you can subscribe to the podcast. And until next time, thank you for being one of the passionate few.